Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, everybody? Today, inshallah, we're going to walk in the new topic in the same chapter, which is points of intersection. As this is basically on the textbook, your textbook C1, C2 textbook, page 127, exercise 7C. You're going to find that we're going to do today are very close that we did before in semester 1. If you remember when we did the intersection point between two straight lines, and a curve and a straight line. So basically we'll do the same thing today, but we're going to walk in two curves or a curve and a straight line one more time. Before we start, as a rule, if you want to find the intersection point of any two equations, you do y equals to y. So first of all, the first rule, point or points of intersection is y equals to y. Whatever y of the curve equals to y of the line, y of the line is equal to y of the line, or y of the curve is equal to y of the curve. This is very clear. Then we're going to back the rules that we studied them in semester 1 using the discriminant. Sorry. We have three cases. In the first case, if the curve and the straight line intersecting each other into two different points, this is case A. Case B, if the curve and the line intersect each other only in one point. And the third case, if the curve and the line doesn't intersect each other. In the first case, so you remember that we did b squared minus 4ac, which is the discriminant. B squared minus 4ac equals to 0. B squared minus 4ac more than 0 in this case. In the second case, we have only one intersection point, so here we have two intersection points. Into this case, the discriminant is equal to 0, so we have only one intersection point. Or we can say that line is a tangent to the curve. So we're going to use this word a lot in the question that coming questions that we're going to do them, inshallah. So tangent is the line when the curve and the line or the tangent touch the curve. So we call that line as a tangent. Into this case, the discriminant is less than 0, which means you get a negative value. So into this case, no intersection point. I think it's clear. Here we go again, guys. So we're going to do question number 1 on the textbook, exercise 7C. The question asks you to find the points of intersection into B. The first equation which is given to you is the equation of a curve. How do you know that? I told you if the power of the x is not 1, so it's not a straight line. So basically, a straight line, we have two forms. We have the straight line, which is vertical or horizontal lines, which are parallel to the axis, whatever x-axis and y-axis, and the other type or the straight line, which is in the form of y-intercept. So in both cases, the vertical and horizontal lines, the straight lines without any variable of the x, but on the other straight lines, the x has power of 1. So if the equation has a power which is not 1 directly, it's a curve. As you have now, this is the equation of the curve, a quadratic, a parabola. And the other equation is 9 minus 7x. So this is curve, and this is line. First of all, if you want to find the intersection point, you do y equals to y. Y of the curve is equal to y of the line. So you do 1 plus x minus 2x squared equals to 9 minus 7x. Then you start to combining like terms and make the equation equal to 0 as we did normally. So you move everything to the other side and rearrange the equation. Negative 2x squared. If you move negative 7x to the other side with the positive sign, and remember you have the x there, so positive x plus 7x, and then you have, remember you have 1 minus 9, you move the 9 to the left side equal to 0. Negative 2x squared plus 8x, and 1 minus 9 is negative 8 equal to 0. You can use the calculator or using factorization. So by dividing the whole equation by negative 2, x squared minus 4x plus 4 equals to 0. As we did in semester 1, factorizing is very simple. You're going to find, or it's required to find out two numbers with the product 4 and sum 4. Sum, because the sign of the last term is positive. So open two brackets equals to 0, x and x. Two numbers which is giving product of 4 and sum of 4 are 2 and 2. Both of them will take the same sign of the So we reach to this part, x minus 2 and x minus 2. So as you see, we got two repeated values. So we have to show only one of them. X is equal to 2, because it doesn't matter to use the other value because both of them are the same. Now it's required point to find the point. Point means x and y coordinates. So you have to replace x in any one of the equations, any one of them. I'll use that in the straight line. So 9 minus 7 by 2, which is 9 minus 14, and y is equal to negative 5. Or if you decide to use the equation of the curve, 1 plus 2 minus 2 by 2 squared, then y equals to 3 minus 8, which is negative 5. As you see, the two values are the same. So the intersection point is 2 and negative 5. You're supposed to start from the x, then y. Now, question number 2, it's required to find the points or point of intersection of the following pairs of parabolas. So now we have two curves. In the previous question, we was working in parabola and a straight line. Now we have to work in curve and line, curve and curve, two curves. If we're going to do E, for example, so y equals to 2 minus 2x minus x squared, and y equals to 3x squared plus 10x plus 11. Directly, y of the curve is equal y of the curve. 2 minus 2x minus x squared equals to 3x squared plus 10x plus 11. Then we're going to rearrange the terms and make the expression equal to 0. If you move negative x squared to the right side, so you'll have 3x squared plus x squared, then 10x, you move negative 2x, sorry, to 10x, so 10x plus 2x, and then you move 2 to the right side, so you'll have 11 minus 2 equals to 0. You have here now 4x squared plus 12x, and 11 minus 2 is 8 equal to 0. By dividing the whole equation by 4 to make the equation easier, x squared plus 3x plus 2 equals to 0. Now, two values give you the product of 2 and sum 3. Simply, the values are 2 and 1. And both of them will take positive sign because what you have in the middle is sum. Again, why? Because the sign of the term is a positive sign. So the two values are x equals to negative 2, x equals to negative 1. Now, let's find the y values. Using x values in any one of the equations, for myself, I'll use equation 1, the first curve. So y equals 2 minus 2 by negative 2 minus negative 2 squared. Y equals 2 plus 4 minus 4, then y coordinate is 2. So the first intersection point between these two curves is negative 2 and 2. Then using x equals to negative 1, y equals 2 minus 2 by negative 1 minus negative 1 squared. So y equals 2 plus 2 minus 1. y equals 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 minus 1 is 3. So the second intersection point is negative 1 and 3. Question number 5. The curve y equals to x squared plus 4x plus 2 meets the line y equals 8 minus x at 2 points. So we have 2 intersection points. Find the distance between the 2 points. You remember that we did the distance part in semester 1. Distance, the formula of the distance, or the rule of the distance, is the difference between x coordinate squared plus difference of the y coordinate squared. First of all, you have to find the intersection points of these two curves. So you do y of the curve is equal y of the curve. X squared plus 4x plus 2 equals to 8 minus x. Yes. So we're going to find the intersection point, as I told you. So we have to rearrange the terms. X squared, and you move the negative x to the right side. So 4x plus 4x plus x, and you have 2 minus 8 equal to 0 if you move the 8 to the left side. X squared plus 5x and 2 minus 8 is negative 6 equal to 0. Find out two numbers give you the product 6 and sum 5. So easily, the two numbers give you the product 6 and difference 5, not 2 and 3. They are not 2 and 3. They are 6 and 1. Difference, huh? x6, x1. 6 and 1. 6 will take positive and 1 will take the negative. Two values of the x is equal to negative 6 and x is equal to 1. If you want to find the values of the y, replace x values in any one of them. For myself, I'll use the straight line equation. Y equals 8 minus negative 6 and y equals to 8 minus 1. Y coordinate is 14. So the first coordinate is negative 6 and positive 14. Sorry. So y value, and this is the x value, and y value is equal to 7. The second point, 1 and 7. Now you can find the distance easily. Distance is negative 6 minus 1 squared plus 14 minus 7 squared. Negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7. Negative 7 squared is 49. And 14 minus 7, 7 squared, which is 49 as well. So it's square root of 98. So 98 is 7 root of 2. Or you can write it into this form. Question number 6. Find, so basically question 6, 7, they're having the same idea. Find the possible values of A. Find A. For which y equals to ax plus 1 is a tangent to the curve y equals to 3x squared minus 4x plus 4. So this straight line is a tangent. So tangent, the straight line is a tangent to the curve. Only in one case, if discriminant equal to 0, right? When b squared minus 4ac equal to 0, we say that line is a tangent to the curve. So we're supposed to equate them first as we're finding the intersection point. So you do y of the curve is equal y of the line, which means ax plus 1 equals to 3x squared minus 4x plus 4. Now by rearranging the terms, 3x squared is coming first because you don't have any other term like 3x squared. Negative 4x minus ax, then 4 minus 1 equal to 0. 3x squared, you can take x as a common factor. You can take negative x as a common factor. Then you have 4 plus a. We took negative x, huh? 4 minus 1 is 3 equals to 0. A now is x squared. A is 3. B is negative 4 plus A, which is the coefficient of the x, and C is the constant part, the numerical part. Now use that in the discriminant, So B, which is negative 4 plus A all squared minus 4 by A by C, which is 3, equals to 0. Negative, squaring of the negative is positive. Then you have 16 plus, you remember the rule, A plus B squared, the perfect squared expansion, A squared plus 2AB plus B squared. 16 plus 8A plus A squared minus 12 by 3 is 36. By rearranging the terms, A squared is coming first, then 8A. 16 minus 36 is negative 20, equal to 0. Find out two values, give you the product 20 and difference 8. Simply, the two values are A plus 10 and A minus 2. 2 times 10 is equal to 20. When you subtract 10 and 2, you get 8. And as if the difference has a positive sign, so you have to give positive to the bigger number and negative to the other number. So A equals to negative 10, A equals to 2. So guys, you can do the questions, the rest of the questions, till you reach to question 9. So last question is question number 9. No need to do the rest. Thank you.